teams. So it's looking like Arsenal will still win the league if they can just put their stuff together. The destiny is in their hands. So, but I just believe that at the point in time, Arteta needs to change their approach. That is my opinion. Like, you need to change their approach because it's looking like they are so predictable. Let me just come, sit low blocks and then just go from there. And then when he's supposed to go for the games, Arteta do not actually do so. And he has players to do that, but I don't, because those players are not good defensively, they cannot get into the team. Example is Nwaneri, and there's news that he's actually going to Marseille very soon. And it's so shameful in my opinion because while the deal is good for him, don't get me wrong, it's good for his development because the guy needs to play. But this is a guy that I actually really rate. And it's good for him, but it's not good for us now that he goes. Because this is a guy that can score goals from outside the box, that can run at you, He's very good in front of goal. And that's why when you look at the Madueke deal, I get so ashamed because I'll be like, why do you have to sign Madueke for 52 million? This same Madueke, when he was at Chelsea, he played 92 matches, scored 20 goals and 9 assists. That's poor, in my opinion. That's very, very poor. You get what I mean? That's like 1 goal involvement in 3 games. It's too poor for a winger. You get what I mean? So why would you spend that amount of money? And so far this season, Madueke has not scored in the Premier League for Arsenal. And it is what it is. And he has played like 18 matches. So for Nwaneri, he has played like 13 matches rather, Madueke. For Nwaneri, you realize that this is a guy that can actually make a difference. He likes of Eze, he likes of Nwaneri, you understand, all of these players that can actually score goals, but they are not good defensively. So they cannot actually even get into the team. And I believe that these are guys that they can actually influence the play going forward. You get what I mean? These are guys that can influence the play going forward, like at the end of this season, at the back end of this season, in the Champions League, when the game gets tight, these are guys that you can bring on, score from outside the box. I know you cannot rely on an 18-year-old, don't get me wrong, but I just believe that there's something that the guy has to offer us now when the going gets tough. And then you are seeing all competitions, you're in the FA Cup. I don't think it's a good one for us now to actually loan Nwaneri because injury to 1 or 2 players now is going to devastate their entire season. You get what I mean? But in terms of, for Nwaneri himself, he needs to go. He needs to go on. He needs to play. He needs to play to develop, to get better. That is my opinion. So maybe Max Zoman is coming back, and that's why Arteta is feeling like, oh, maybe he can do without Nwaneri. You get what I mean? So, but in my opinion, it is not a good deal. You understand what I mean? It's not a good deal for us now. But it's good for Nwaneri, but not for us now. Let's see how the season pans out. And that is just my opinion. I just wanted to put that out there. Let me know in the comment section. I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.